social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. All right, just want to give you an update. I wanted to hop on here real quick. I know I had scheduled for an interview with Brother Ed Steve, the soon-to-be re-elected trustee of Dalton, Illinois. Well, he had some things come up, and so we weren't going to be able to do that interview today. So we have to reschedule it. I will definitely keep you posted on the rescheduling. So I did want to jump on and just kind of let you all know. I know some people had kind of planned ahead of time. We're looking forward to that interview. I had some outstanding questions from you all, the audience, as well as I think my questions were pretty good as well. So I want to just get in here real quick and just say I appreciate y'all nonetheless. I see Monica Ortiz has already jumped up in here. Shout out to you. And so we will not have Brother Ed on this evening. However, if y'all want to rap, we can. And as soon as I have an update on that, I'll make sure everybody knows exactly when. But I just know we had nailed down today and then things got away from him. So it's kind of what happens. But nonetheless, we will make sure you all are aware of that. What's up? What's happening, Corey Smith? How are you, Bobo? For sure. Good to see you. And everything like that. So thank y'all again for that. If y'all want to, go ahead and drop a question in the chat. I'll just do a little AMA for a little while. I know I had planned to be up late tonight because I thought it was going to be a long interview and lots of things to cut up and slice up. So got a little bit of time, made some time in my schedule. Yeah, I was really looking forward to that, but it's okay. We're going to talk, you know what? Road tripping. We're going to talk. We're going to just have a good conversation. What's going on, First Lady Brown? Good to see you, friend. Always good to see you. Now I got some shenanigans over here now, mind you. I got some shenanigans going on in these, these are Instagram streets. These are not the Twitter and TikTok streets. I got some shenanigans happening over there in the Instagram street. Shout out to Eladio, who's been a longtime subscriber to the channel. He dropped me a pretty comical Instagram post. And I could definitely go off on that for sure. What's up, Brian? How are you, brother? All right. I'm an awake Christian, and I would not change it for anything in the world. Well, good to have you. All right. Lady Yannick, thank you so much for stopping through. We appreciate you for sure. Everybody, looks like about 33 people have jumped into the best live chat on the internet. Thank y'all so much for stopping by on this evening. As I said before, I'm ready. Somebody send me an email. Make sure you call him Ed Steve. Now, the thing is, Ed is not coming on tonight. I'm going to say that again. Ed is not coming on tonight. He has some things come up out of his control, and so we have to reschedule. So I'm ready and prepared to call him the right trustee, Mr. Edward Steve, and not making multiple Eds. So thank you so much. Somebody emailed me that. I don't remember if it was an email or a direct message. It was like, stop calling him Ed Steves. So I got you. See, sometimes, you know, when you email management, we do pay attention as well. We do pay attention when you do that. Corey said he wants all the smoke tonight. What you doing, Corey? What are you doing to get in trouble? Oh, y'all want to do that? Oh, no, I could do that. I can totally do that for sure. We can talk about Cassandra for sure. Hey, look, I would be open to Cassandra coming on. Hey, we can change it up. My prediction for the mayoral election in Dalton is if Tiffany got 12% of the vote, I'm sure that Cassie Jordan would get about 0.00012%. I'm going on a limb. I'm gonna go on a limb and say, I think because she realizes that she really didn't have a snowball's chance, she's basically cratering her campaign now. Because that video yesterday had to be the most anti-vote for me, vote for my opponent campaign speech and campaign product I think has ever been put out before. Ever. In the history of ever. Matter of fact, let me just check real quick, make sure she ain't put anything else up. You know, because that's how we found the video yesterday. That somebody reported and said, hey, so-and-so's live. So that's how we actually got that video yesterday. And I don't think she's happy about that, but, you know, praise God. Go ahead. You'll be okay. And Tiff is absent and quiet. Okay, just checking. All right, what we got here? Her mom may vote for her. I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, I just don't, there's no other way around it. Back to this point that you made here, First Lady Brown. I can't see that was like, this is a winning strategy. And I saw somebody today make a point that I think we should also look into as well. Where are the people that are telling these, mayoral candidates to not talk or to say this? Or where's their image consultant, a PR person? Where is that person? Because Cassandra needs one. She needs about 5. But even more than that, she don't even have a whole team. So there's another problem with her campaign that I don't think is being properly considered. So think about it like this. There are 2 trustees that are going to be on the board no matter what. And that's Stan Brown and Andrew Holmes. Both of them their terms are not up. So they're going to be there. So we got new trustees in the form of, new in the form of Kiana, Ed Steves, and Brittany Norwood. And of course, a new clerk. So if they have 5, so they're going to have, even if Cassandra won, she only brings 1 trustee with her. So where are the other trustees? At least they need 5, and they only got 2 in place now. So if she had her trustee plus Holmes and Stan Brown, there's only going to be 3. Where are the other 2 coming from? Probably from the ones that are the trustees that came with Team House. Now I bring that up because it's kind of obtuse in thinking to think that these people that you just drug and you talk so bad about are going to want to work with you day one. So I think the argument that people are saying that she's going to turn Dalton over to the state, I don't think that's a fool's argument at all anymore, because I can't see any other path to victory. How are you going to you're going to be fighting with your board from day one. You're going to be fighting at inauguration. Y'all going to be fighting over at the Punch Bowl. From the beginning, they're not going to be able to work together because she's just that kind of person. So I don't think that she ever really had a path to victory, as I like to say. I don't think she has a path to victory. I think she just has a path to rant and be a sore loser or something, whatever that is. That being the case, I don't think that she's going to demonstrate. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that would be Tammy. So I need one more trustee. So these trustees are already in here. So these trustees are tainted. These are the trustees that she's dogged out. Tammy Brown, Stan Brown, and Andrew Holmes. Those 3 trustees already been tainted because they were there in the Henyard administration. Now, if Jordan Hobson had been able to pull off a win, they would be her 3 trustees, and she would need one more. So she's gonna have to work with these 3 people. She's already proven that she don't like working with people. I mean, yeah, there's no other way around that. I think really, and I could be wrong, Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix Blaze. She says, it just sounds like to me, but she has a personal vendetta against Jason because that's the only name that comes out of her mouth. I agree with you. And I think it lends itself to the argument that she is caping for defending Tiffany Henyard. She doesn't speak as bad about Tiffany. She speaks very, very badly about Jason. Now, I can make an argument that this is that angry black woman syndrome that will tear down a black man. We can make that argument. I don't think it would be a hard stretch. We could also make the argument that she's threatened by Jason House. We can also make the argument that because Jason House, of course, was the trustee under Tiffany Henyard, and he did run on her platform, maybe she has a genuine concern. We could make a lot of different arguments, but I think, as you said here, Phoenix, it comes across personal, comes across as a personal vendetta. I don't think that's a reach at all. Let me see what we got. See, lots of good conversation. I did not intend to talk a lot about her in here, but I guess we are nonetheless. What you say here? I love at DWC, in today's world, people reveal their motives rather quickly. We knew she wasn't fit for a mayor early on. She just opened up her mouth and confirmed it. Amen. Matter of fact, there is a argument about why Hollywood is not doing so well. And Hollywood has been floundering for years, probably even a good decade. Sure, there have been great movies. Sure, your favorite movie and whatever has been out. But as a whole, as a package, Hollywood is trending downward. And a lot of people argue that the reason Hollywood is trending downward is because celebrities get on social media. At one time, celebrities were kind of outside of your reach. You couldn't really communicate with them. You didn't have a way to connect with Jimmy Dean. There was no way to talk to Donna Reed or Sammy Davis Jr. There was no way to connect with them. They were just on the screen, and they almost had this air of other. They were different. They were apart from us. They were away from us. Well, now because of social media, we've been able to get way in the weeds with our celebrities and people like that. Celebrities and people like that way more than ever before. So you never saw this in any other generation until now. So I think to your point, First Lady Brown, is that now that we allow our celebrities and political figures and other people to get on social media, they're able to tell us more about them than we ever really more than we really want to know, if you be honest with you. And now they're not other, they're not different, they're not high and oh man, they're so grandiose. I can't wait to see them on the silver screen. I can pick up my phone and see pretty much anybody and hear anything of their machinations. And I think that's what's kind of undercut these politicians. And I think we saw that last night with Cassie. Now, she wasn't really favorable for a lot of other reasons, but last night I think was the door opening for a lot of people. Like, yo, this lady is not really a good person, and she doesn't come across as a good person. And she had been doing this before. Lots of people were already saying that she was not a good person. But I think it was for a lot of other people, it kind of like that cold blanket, that cold bucket of water on them. Like, whoa, what in the world? I didn't know she was this bad. But why? Because she was on social media. If she wasn't on social media, she had to wait for a newscast. That's time to polish out yourself, polish up your argument. You would never have seen somebody crash out like that in front of the news camera. Never would have seen somebody running for political office. Matter of fact, when she was on, wasn't it WGN? They interviewed Cassandra Hobson about, I want to say it was about her being on the ballot early on. And I mean, poised, cool, calm, and collected, likable, dare I say. You give her her own camera and she's showing out. So I think that's part of the problem, is that it's just too much exposure, too much access, especially when you don't have somebody to rein you in and say, hey, you might not need to say that, or let me hear what you're going to say before you turn the camera on. How about that? But what I really want to know about her is, how is she opinionated about the village when I've never seen her at any of the meetings, and I've been watching about 3 years worth. I'm going to try to tiptoe away. I don't know, Phoenix. That's a fantastic question. And I think that's a question. Well, you can't ask her because she told you don't be walking up to her asking no questions, because otherwise you're going to mess around and find out. So I guess we're just going to have to find out on April 1st. And y'all can let her find out on April 1st. But I really don't believe that she has a path to victory. I don't think she has a clear, she just wants you to go out and vote for her, or don't vote for her and vote for Jason House. I don't think she has a clear path to victory. I really don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've bumped into people all over the place. And I've had people look at me strange, and for whatever reason, I never thought like, oh, don't vote for this person because they looked at me strange. I just can't imagine that. That was such a weird statement. And she felt good about it. She felt really justified in saying that. And I think that was wild. There's 210 people have jumped into the chat. Thank y'all so much. I was just letting you know ahead of time right now, we don't have Ed Steve tonight. He had a engagement come up, so he had to reschedule. I will let you know exactly when we reschedule that. So just let you know, I'm just came on real quick to tell everybody, and then we just start chopping it up. So you're welcome to stay here, hit the like button, jump into the best live chat on the internet. But we don't have Brother Steve coming on, so I apologize about that. You just got me. Is that that's kind of like the same? All right, thank you so much for that, First Lady Brown. Oh, the polls are going to be savage. The polls are going to be insane. I mean, if she breaks 4%, I'm going to be very, very surprised. Matter of fact, today I looked at previous. They haven't actually had a independent candidate run in a good little while in Dalton. But I was on the phone with another content creator, and we started looking through election results over the last couple of election cycles. And we had to go all the way back to like 2017 to find, or it might have been even like 2012, but we had to go back in time pretty far to find an independent candidate that ran. And that independent candidate, I want to say, got 5%. So I'm not really going to hold up a lot of hope. I'm not. If she breaks 4%, I would be surprised. I think last night I said 9. Nah, I'm greatly reducing that. Yeah, see, this is another thing. Like, and back then Hollywood worked very hard to keep actors' private life hidden. That's what I'm saying. Like now, everything's out there on display. Everything's out, and we got Cassie Crash out running for mayor, which is crazy. And you crashing out literally on camera, telling off the people that you want to vote for you, but then saying you don't care what they think or don't care if they vote for you or not. Well, then, man, why are you running? It makes no sense. I don't know, K Hustle. That would have been great for her to spend that time yesterday and say, let me explain, or even better, to take 3 minutes and go do public comment and give her little campaign speech. I don't see, to me, I don't know what was the benefit of getting in your feelings. And I don't think that older woman, maybe she wasn't very nice. Maybe she wasn't super kind or cuddly. I got you. But I can't see, I want to be mayor. This person kind of made me upset because they came at me sideways. So I'm going to go home, drive home, get on my camera, still camera too low, look it up my nose, and I'm going to rant for 15, 16 minutes. I can't see. Who told you to do that? Crash out Cassie. Who told you to do that? Who told you to do that, baby? All right, what we got here? Bro, are you a Trumper? I really like this channel, but some of the stuff you say makes me wonder. Let me ask a question, Big AUB. What would that matter? All seriousness though. Would it matter that I voted for Trump? But like what would change from my conversation if I voted for Trump? I just would love for you to tell me, and I'll keep this right here. Just let me know. Or what would be a disqualifying something I said? So I'll go through some of the things I've said recently. I don't support the boycotts. I believe that we as the Black community should focus in and work on and fix our problems as the Black community, the highly melanated people. I believe that we should work harder to demonstrate that we know what we're doing. We don't need some kind of special services in order to allow us to get into fields. If you are proficient at engineering, you are proficient at engineering. Your skin color doesn't help you. So those are just 3 things, maybe 4, that I say. Tell me what I've said that causes you to wonder, if you don't mind. And then what would be the wondering? So what does that mean? So, oh my goodness, Jason just said that he wants strong families. He believes that there should be one husband and a wife raising children that they've created. What is wrong with that? Or that we as Black people should be ashamed of ourselves that we delete more of our babies than are born in many major cities. What do I say that is problematic, if you don't mind? I'm trying to see if brother has answered. I do apologize if anybody has answered and asked a question I might have skipped over. I just want to see if my brother has replied back. Big AUB, you got anything for me, my brother? Okay. Well, I'm gonna still leave this up here. I would love for you to let me know, like, what about my philosophy causes you consternation? What about it? There we go. All right, moving on. Y'all are not feeling y'all are not feeling Cassandra. I know that for a fact. And I don't know what her qualifications are. Y'all, I don't know. She could have spent that time yesterday really breaking it down. And let me also point out, Dalton is a highly, and let's just say the South suburbs is a highly Democratic plot of land. So you're going to have to convince Democrats who predominantly vote Democratic for somebody that probably is pretty popular. I think it's fair to say Jason House is pretty popular. So he's got the D behind his name. He's popular. He's the contrary to Tiffany. You're going to try to convince them to vote for you. How? Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Technically, I guess you're right, Alexander. Alexander says this. So in one of these other videos, Crash Out Cassie said that Jason House saw her at the supermarket. I don't remember the name specifically, but he looked at her strange, apparently. And so now that's the context. So let's read what Alexander says here. Didn't Jason do what she's preaching? He didn't engage with me. Don't enter my space. Jason went about his business. I mean, you're not lying. You're right. I mean, really. Great point. Oh, don't run to the trademark office already. You like Cassie Crash Out? But technically I said it last night on last night's show. So I already got it in there. It's already out in the zeitgeist. It's already out in the interweb. All right, what we got here? All right. Yeah, I don't see my brother back. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see my brother. I don't see. Okay. Yeah, President Firstborn just came back home. Oh, that's what it's called? Food for Less? That's the name of it. Up North Kroger. That's hilarious. That's what it's called? Food for Less? Okay. I thought y'all had Kroger's up there. Kroger's my jam. Like that, I won't move from the South if I know that they don't got Kroger where I'm moving. I'm telling you, I love Kroger. All right, let's see. I don't think. So K Hustle right here says she could have come with a very positive message, but went so negative. I don't think she ever had plans. Again, I don't think she has a path to victory. And what I mean by that is when a person sits down at the kitchen table and tells their spouse, hey, babe, I'm going to run for city council. Hey, babe, I want to run for mayor. I've been talking to my mentors, praying with my pastors. I believe this is what we're supposed to do. This is how we're going to do it. And I'm assuming that happens multiple times over when people run for political office. They kind of share it with their spouse, and maybe their spouse is the one that's really analytical. Like, so what's that step going to look like? Where's your campaign office going to be like? How are you going to get funding? How are you going to get volunteers? Where are you going to get T-shirts? How are you going to, that kind of stuff like that. That you have that kind of spouse or somebody in your team. I don't believe she had anybody like that. I really don't. So therefore, now where am I going with that? I don't think that a positive message would require me to actually have a real plan and a path. But a negative message, Jason House is a terrible person. Team clean house. You ain't cleaning all the house out. You got rid of the devil, but you still got Lucifer. That kind of stuff like that takes no planning. All you're doing is just throwing mud come in there, just slinging mud. That's all you're doing is slinging mud wherever you can. So for Crash Out Cassie's campaign, it doesn't require anything to be positive. It doesn't require any planning. All you do is just come out there and just jump on K Hustle. Look at this. Look at his name, K Hustle. What does that mean? Just being bombastic. Now, if I wanted to be positive, I might be like, okay, let me look at it. Like, why is his name K Hustle? Is his first name Kevin? Is it a female? Maybe her first name is Kristen. Is it their last name Hustle? Or maybe they're just saying they're out there. I'm trying to be positive, trying to be upbeat. But that's because I actually want something to come out of resolution. Not I just want to come here and throw mud. I just don't think Crash Out Cassie ever had a path to victory or a plan to actually be successful. Catch me outside. I don't think she did. Okay, y'all have Kroger in Chicago? Really? Now that I didn't know. I know y'all got Publix. I didn't know y'all had that up there. Okay. What's going on, Lady Luck in the build? I do want to let everybody know that, again, I apologize. Brother Ed Steve had some things come up. He had to reschedule. So I just want to come on and let everybody know that, hey, we're rescheduling it. And then we just started chit-chatting, talking about Crash Out Cassie and Jason's political views and such like that. So we're just having a little chit-chat. Feel free to jump in to the best live chat on the internet. Make sure you hit that like button. That's your path to get in. Otherwise, you're doing breaking and entering. Let's go. Uh-oh, what did he say? It said DWC, I like your content, came from New York. By the way, you have starting to look like a wolf man. Dude, you calling me John the Baptist. That's what you're telling me, man. I'm gonna get it cleaned up. I promise. I will get it cleaned up. What does she want? Lord have mercy. What? Oh, that is cute dress. Okay. Turn around. Okay. That's cute, Trina. That was very nice.
Yeah, it's for Saturday. I just need to find some white heels to wear with it.
I don't know. Go get a job.
I do have a job.
If you don't ever go. You go to work. No.
Can I please show my dress? I want to show my dress.
Absolutely not. No.
I'm going to send super cats to see if they want to see her dress.
No, I'm not talking about that, Taylor. You're so wild, Taylor. All right, hold on one second. Hold on.
And I'm trying to get bro money up before he gets his money up. Lock in. Money up, not no funny.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Tis the dress. It's for this dance on Saturday that I have to look nice for.
I'm glad you have to look nice for a dance, baby.
I do, because I'm on committee. I can't.
You can't be right. You can't be going into committee looking crazy.
Fact.
Crazy.
It's perfect.
It looks great.
It's not backless, so.
And I'm glad about that.
It's just strapless, so I don't just jam. Whoop, 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 whoop.
What are you doing? Goodbye.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Goodbye.
Bye, Ducky.
Bye, baby.
Oh, thank you. Someone said beautiful dress. Thank you. Oh, goodbye.
Bye, Taylor. All right. If you have kids, y'all know that this is great. That's why I need to actually go to my studio instead of being here at the house. But I like being here. So, all right, let's switch cameras. Where are we at? Right here. And now we're back. All right. She has some little, I don't think it's a ball. She has some little activity she's going to this weekend. So, but that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Quantum Zero for the $2 super says, has Crash Out Cassie ever held a public office? As far as I know, from what I'm hearing from the actual Dalton residents, I'm going to say no. Most of the Dalton residents tell me no. But they actually, I mean, people have said that she hasn't even voted before until recently. So, but I don't think she's actually held a political office at all. So to answer your question, no. What's going on, status quo? Hey, DWC and road tripping is the point. Crash Out Cassie is like no Republican I know or have seen. Truthfully, I find her despicable in her tactics and semblance of any strategy. But she's an independent, so she's not a Republican at all. She's an independent. What is it? The Build Dalton Party or Building Dalton Party? So yeah, she's not a Democrat or a Republican. I mean, good gracious, man. I mean, Crash Out Cassie is a blight to both parties. Truth be told, she had to start her own party because nobody else probably wanted to deal with her. I'm just looking real quick to see if Crash Out is doing anything. She's not. Okay. She's independent, all right. Independently loony. You heard some Southerner voice? I heard, okay, I can kind of see that, but I heard Midwestern born and raised. That was what I was hearing, but I got you. I'm not mad at you. Okay, I had to say it, and let me just be honest with you, Karen. Let me see what Karen said this. What's sad is I enjoy Tiff's disrespect. At least it has some theatrics. I agree. It also didn't come across as like, yo, she might actually pull out like where's her purse at? It just seemed really threatening. Like, dang, are you okay? I had, even though, you know, we all have our opinions about Tiffany, right? She was funny. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the stuff she was doing was kind of comical. And I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Tiffany was trying to hurt the residents of Dalton. She was just putting the residents of Dalton second to her own needs and wants. I don't think she was literally going out trying to hurt people and dare I say, injure or make their lives worse. She was just trying to make her life better at their expense. Because Crash Out Cassie, I don't have any faith that Crash Out Cassie has any well intentions for Dalton. I'm sorry. I really believe she was going to get them keys, you know, be sworn in as mayor, get those keys and give them right over to the state. Yeah. And then to be a small business owner and be wilding out like that, suplex. I'm like, why? Why crash out like this? And you want people to buy your cakes. You want people to have you cater. People tap you for their events. Like, why do that? This is not good for you. Walk away. Thank you, Brian, for the $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, friend. No comment, no question. Just supporting and loving the game. Thank you, sir. Uh-oh. He said Crash Out is angry. Sorry, it's too angry for me. She is straight. Yeah, I don't. In a position, like, again, if you were like a dog trainer, I can imagine you have to be pretty angry. If you are a highway crossing guard, yes, you probably need to be really, you know, forceful. But you want to be the mayor of how many people? 22,000 people in Dalton, old and young, in various different stripes and flavors, and you come across like that. That's your resume. This is your interview, if you will. I can't see what a strategy is. I don't think there's a strategy for victory. I don't know if it's a real plan, if you really can do that, fighting good. But I've heard people say that that's what she said she wants to do, is turn Dalton over to the state for the state to manage. Now, I don't know what the process of that is. Do you just give them the keys? You give them the passwords? I don't know. I don't know how that works. All I'm saying is, if that's what her plan is, the way she behaves goes in track with that, in step with that. That's all. Yeah, Crash Out Cassie. Like, what is the deal? Like, what are you trying to prove? That video yesterday was really, really telling. Like, that video told a lot. Like, what is the purpose of this? So you leave from where the people are, the people that are going to vote for you. You leave from where they are, and you go home and you fire up your camera and you rant for 15, 16 minutes. And instead of engaging with the people, answering their questions, challenging the presumptive mayor and the trustees, instead of that, showing a contrast, nope. I'm just gonna go home and rant, an angry rant, not just rant for rant's sake, not just a moderate, easy like Sunday morning football rant. No, we're talking about fussing and cussing and spitting and all that kind of stuff. That's what you do instead of engaging with the people that you want to vote for you. Okay. I just tell me what the strategy is. Tell me how it works. People are trying to defend her video. Interesting. That's interesting. I would love to know what would be, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just play it again. Like, I would love to know what is the, yeah, I'm not going to say catch me outside with Crash Out Cassie, because she might actually catch me outside. But I would love to know, like, what is the defendable qualities of her behavior, man? Here, let me pull the video up. So last night, if you're not familiar, last night was the Dalton board meeting. Great board meeting, very, very professional. It's about an hour and a half, I think, about an hour and 45 minutes. And right toward the end of it, Crash Out Cassie went online, and I had a panel, had Lady Luck Club and Chicago Red on, as well as wait, who else was on there? Were you on D Love? I think D Love was on. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I'll find out in a second. But we were talking in random, and somebody said, hey, Cassandra's on. So we just flipped over to watch it to see what she was doing. Well, come to find out, I guess this was the only recording that was left of it, because once she got done ranting, she left it up there for maybe like 5-10 minutes and then took the video down. Well, I had the video because I was recording it in my live stream because we were doing live. So I actually had the video. And I don't know what is defendable. I would love to know, like, what is the defendable quality of this video because to me, I think is absolutely despicable. It shows a high level of not being in control, not being able to remain in frame, and such like that. She goes off about the Dalton Politics Group. And sure, the Dalton Politics Group is exactly what you expect a online bulletin board to be. And I mean, hey, we'd be wilding out over there, sure. But, well, who cares? You don't go over there, you're fine. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, she was really wilding out. I'm sorry, D-Love. It should have been you, because you were at the place. That's right. Who am I missing? Somebody. My mind is leaving me. My mind is missing. All right, so if y'all do me a favor, if y'all give me 10 more likes, and by 10, I mean everybody who hasn't hit the like button, go and hit the like button, and I'll pull that video up and we'll watch it real quick. And y'all tell me, what is defendable here? I don't know. What is the defendable quality? I mean, I got 110 likes and I got 320 in the chat. Let's change that. Let's flip that around. No, there's not been any Tiffany sightings. And let me also talk about this while I'm getting these likes up, because these likes are going crazy now. Thank y'all. There we go. Now them likes is looking right, as my mentor likes to say. Get my likes looking right. When I say that Tiffany Henyard has not spoken to address anybody, I mean exactly what I'm saying. Tiffany, what is her middle name? Aisha Henyard has not got on a microphone in front of a camera and spoke to anybody about her loss last Tuesday. Not saying whatever she told to the news reporter. I'm not worried about what she told that caterer at her victory party. I'm saying Tiffany Henyard has not gotten on the camera and a microphone and spoke to anybody. So, that, because a lot of people are saying, hey, well, she did say something. I'm like, no, she really hasn't said anything. She really has not spoken. And there's a lot of people, I had a lot of people in my comments trying to give me work. I'm like, no, Tiffany has not spoken. I forgot, Ben Bradley from WGN. Sure, he told us what Tiffany told him, but in my video where I contrast Tiffany Henyard's loss and Kamala Harris's loss, I'm like, at least Kamala Harris had the poise to get herself together. She didn't want to do it the night of, but the next day she came out and addressed her supporters. And, I got to give her at least some respect for that. Tiffany Henyard, it's been 7 days now. I mean, That's crazy. And we still ain't heard from Tiffany. Now, she done put these crazy messages up and it's such of that nature, but we still ain't heard from Tiffany as of yet. Anything tangible. And I still ain't got that, finished that track. I want that track. I want that track, y'all. I need that track in my life. I'm just telling you. Come on, Tiff, help me out. Yeah, I mean, she's been super quiet. Now, I also think if you go back and watch the night of, let me put in the proper frame. The FBI came and delivered that subpoena on election day. I'm thinking that during the day while we're watching her go to all these places, she went to the school and she went to all these places. The nighttime one, though, was really different. Her attitude, her body language was all very different. I'm wondering, did she know that the FBI had dropped off a love letter for her and Jamal, her married boyfriend? So I'm just wondering if that's why, because she was really distracted. If you go back and watch it, maybe we'll pull that in too, and we'll look at it. She's super distracted. And you can tell life is bad. Kind of like, hey, I know my dad told me he about to peel my skin off because I got in trouble at school. So I'm walking home from school real slow. I am not in a rush to get there. And she looks very distracted. In light of the fact that we know the FBI dropped off those papers on that day, is it possible that she was like, y'all, my world is in trouble? And that's why she was so disingenuous, so like trying to stir it up. Like, oh yeah, we're going to have a great night. We're going to go here and celebrate. Are we really though? So, well, now I got Jason House in the building. I got the best trolls in the world. This is the best live chat, and I have the best trolls on the planet. Jason House says this: I would normally leave a super chat, but don't want you to be accused of being paid off. Great content, DWC. Thank you so much. Soon to be, well, we'll just go ahead and say it. Great. Thank you so much, Mayor House. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. I got the best trolls. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all might have trolls, but I got the best trolls on the planet. All right. Now I asked y'all to get my likes up, and y'all did. Y'all helped your brother out, which I love, and I appreciate y'all. So what I'm going to do, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at Cashy Crash Out's video. And I want to know, like, what is defendable in this? So I don't want you to look at this in disgust. I don't want you to look at this critically. I want you to look at this and say, oh, that's defendable. That's the attitude, behavior that I would expect from my future mayor. That's the attitude, behavior that I would expect from my spiritual leader in my church or my HOA president, for crying out loud. Like, what is the behavior that you are elevating and say, oh, this is the one, this is what I need? Like, I want to know, because I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm awake for it. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, thank y'all for getting those likes up. I really appreciate y'all. Let's go. Wait, is this it? Yeah. If this is it, let's go.
Male perspective.
One in the chat when you can hear it.
Good evening. Let me come and do this video real quick before I turn in my night. Let me say this, and let me be very clear. And I want to be very, very clear, because I believe in all things we should get an understanding. So I want you all to get a clear understanding. Now, I get it with this mayor race, people emotions and all that stuff is high, and people, just strive with mess and the whole 9 yards. I get it. But let me be clear about something, because I don't want nobody to mess around and find out. My personal space is my personal space. You don't get to get in my personal space. You don't get to come ask me questions. You don't get to do any of that. You get to stay out of my personal space. Now, I get it. You all on your little Dalton Politics page showing just how ignorant and immature you all are. And the stuff that you guys do, it speaks volume about the leader that you are supporting. Because you will never see people that support me out acting the way a lot of you all act. And the sad part about it is, it's a lot of you seniors. It's embarrassing the way a lot of you guys act. You all really need to grow up and get yourselves together. But I'm going to be clear about this thing. Do not get me mistaken, and do not listen. I'm just telling you, don't be fooled. Don't mess around and find out.
Okay, I got to stop for a second. I got it too. Is that a tacit threat? Cassie, crash out. Because I don't think that you actually have intentions for success in this mayoral race. If you reach out to me, I will gladly have you come on, and I would love to hear you explain, is this an actual threat? What if they do mess around? What are they going to find out? Well, what are they going to find out, Cassie? This is embarrassing. But also, let me also point out, rarely do I can't imagine it under any other circumstances would you say, because people on a particular bulletin board, because that's all the Dalton Politics Group is just a bulletin board, old school bulletin board from AOL, right? It's just a little bit more fancy. Because these people believe something, that says something about the leader. That's insane. And you know it's insane because I guarantee you, if I told Cassie, you claim to be a pastor, which, by the way, you're not, but you claim to be a pastor. Your behavior is indicative of all of your parishioners. All of your parishioners crash out like you do. See, she would quickly, without any hesitation, give some kind of defense for why that's not true. Then why are you holding Jason House accountable for people in a bulletin board on Facebook or Meta, whatever they call it this week? That makes no sense. But see, that's what I'm saying. She should have stayed herself off of social media. It don't make no sense. Cassie, crash out. Let's go.
Do not get in my personal space. Don't come with me with no bad energy. Don't do any of that. That's all I'm saying. Now, we can run this race. Yes, I'm going to be dropping receipts. Yes, I'm going to be doing my videos. Now, if you are so strong about your candidate and if you are so confident in your candidate, it doesn't take all of that. See, when you got people being messy, being nasty, calling people all out of their names, I say you should, and y'all think I don't see the garbage that you posted in the Dalton Politics page? Every post comes to me. You don't know who I know that's...
Okay, I'm going to say this. Cassie, crash out. Crash out, Cassie. Whichever way you want to frame it. Baby, stay, whoever your friends are, tell them to stop telling you what's in the Dalton Politics group. That group is going to give you the heebie-jeebies. They're going to just work you. Now that you've told them that all they do, that every post comes to you, they're going to drop 500 posts a day. They're going to do that because that's just what they do. Leave them alone. Go wander around Dalton taking pictures and videos of houses and private property that you want the state and you want the government to take care of, private property that you want them to take care of. Why don't you go do that and stay off of social media? This is not for you. Social media is not made for the thin of skin. And it comes across, Cassie, crash out, that your skin is extremely thin. Dare I say paper thin. I think you should probably find another avenue of, relaxation, maybe do some Pilates or maybe go bike riding, get a lot of sunlight. It's going to be warm up there in Illinois. Go hiking, something like that. That might be something good. Gardening, that might be a plan. But social media is not for you. I'm just saying.
In that page that's watching it. So it just shows a lot about what type of leadership we would have in office. This stuff is ridiculous. A lot of you guys need to grow up. You guys are so immature. It's unbelievable. And all those folks with all this keyboard energy and all this negativity, when they see you in person, they can barely hold their head up. Because that lets you know they're all about mess and gossip and all this other crazy stuff. You should be glad someone is running for mayor and giving you an option and trying to help build this village back up. Like, make this stuff make sense. You guys are so hell bent on crazy stuff.
But wouldn't I need to actually be able to communicate with that person who's going to help build Dalton back up? Shouldn't I want to actually communicate with them and hear what is their vision? Because I'm going to go on a limb and say these receipts that Crash Out Cassie's trying to drop are nothing more than reasons why Jason House is terrible. Kiana Belcher's no good. Ed Steve is a this and that. That's all that is. It's not going to be receipts that show like, hey, let me show you how I'm going to fix this 3-mile stretch of land. Let me tell you what my vision is for bringing in 50 new businesses before the end of the year. Nothing like that. I guarantee you, sure as my name is Jason, if I'm wrong, I will apologize. It's going to be more of the same. These, how terrible is the people against me, how wonderful I am, wash, rinse, repeat. She probably got the same receipts that Tiffany didn't get a chance to show us. So it just seems like ridiculous, man. Just extra ridiculous with a side of foolishness. Let's go.
If you are confident about your candidate, then be confident about your candidate, but carry yourself with grace and dignity. You guys are an embarrassment. And it's the same little group of people that comes to the meeting, but make no mistake, I'm not Tiffany Henyard. You will not get up in my personal space. I'm just telling you, because that might not work out well for you. So let's not do that. You don't get to approach me. You don't get to do any of that.
Wow.
Now, I believe things should be done decently in order. Now, if you know you are not.
Y'all know good and well I hate when people misquote scripture. And somebody said they weaponize scripture. That scripture does not mean what she's saying. And she mispronounced it. She misquoted it. I've said this before. The freestyle YouTube social media rants do not do anybody favors. Tiffany does them. Cassandra Crash Out does them. And they don't work out. They just don't work out. You really need to plan it out. Do a little bit of scripting. It's okay. You're not going to be robotic. Just write out a couple things that you want to say and get them out of your mind, and they can be on paper so you can just look down and reference them. But to say that you want things done decently in order on the heels of saying that you want to be mayor, but you don't want people to talk to you, the irony right there should have stopped you in your clutching your pearls. Should have made you clutch your pearls, because that's insane. Like, hey, how are you telling us to not reach out to you, talk to you, engage with you if I see you at the car wash or at Kroger, but you want to be mayor? The irony. Cassie Crash Out is a joy. I didn't think, we were all like, what are we going to do now that Tiffany's gone? I was like, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to keep on talking about Dalton, but I got other things to talk about. Cassandra Hobson Jordan has come in as the superhero that we did not know we needed. The supervillain we didn't know we needed.
For me, I'm fine with that. Listen, when I started this journey, I knew everybody was not going to be for me, and I'm fine with that. What do I care about you all's opinion about me?
Wow.
It does not matter. Do you understand? What you think about me is none of my business. That's you and your feelings and your perception and your emotions. All I can say to you is get over it, because I could care less. I could care less. And
I don't even know what two less is, so I'm not going to even talk about what two less is. But because she thought she was cooking right there. Bless her heart. Bless her soul. She just knew she was cooking. I don't care. Two less. What does that mean? You do realize that she's telling people, I don't care what you think if you don't think like I want you to think. That's craziness. Didn't Tiffany do that? Like, the irony is shocking. And she is dead serious about this thing.
at all. But what we will not do,
what we not gonna do?
What we will not do is be disrespectful and get in my personal space. I'm just telling you, that might not work out so well for you. Let's not do that, okay? Because I don't want to have to go there, and you don't want me to have to go there.
What does that mean?
Understand? So listen, we're in a race, and it's fine. If you so confident about your candidate, Jason House, then be confident about your candidate. Y'all out here acting a bunch of fools. What are you fighting over? Help me to understand. What are you fighting over? Like when I look at a lot of these people, you ought to be wanting somebody to come in and help you build this thing back up. Y'all are one paycheck from being homeless. When you look at this village, you look at all the stuff that's going on, you ought to want somebody that's going to help. Now,
So y'all are ignorant, y'all are immature, y'all are old fools. That's what she said. She basically called y'all old fools. You ignorant, you immature, you old fools, you broke, you dusty, you weaving and sandal in it. But she wants to be your mayor. And help me understand, if they're one paycheck away from being homeless, basically they're living paycheck to paycheck. Sadly, lots of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That's definitely something we need to work on. How is the mayor going to resolve that issue if I'm living paycheck to paycheck? Well, how do you resolve that, mayor? Do you have a plan? Do you have a strategy? What's your path to no longer living paycheck to paycheck? Well, what is that path to that? What does it look like? Oh, I can't ask you questions because if I'm gonna mess around, I'm gonna find out. I can't be up in your personal space. Can't be up in your. What happens if I meet you at church? You gonna bust a cap in me at church? DWC goes to meet Jesus at First Baptist. I'm busting cap in you. Oh my gosh, crash out. Oh my goodness.
y'all rooting for a person that helped bring the destruction to the village. Like, what kind of juice or brainwash stuff that you guys are drinking? Like, it makes absolutely no sense at all. But I'm saying tonight, let's be clear on one thing. I don't care who you support. Don't get up in my personal space. Don't get up in my face, because I'm telling you now, that ain't going to work out well for you. Because I don't care nothing about no race when it comes to no foolishness like that. I'm just telling you. Respect my space. If you don't like me, keep your distance. If you don't like what I say on my page, keep strolling. You don't have to come on my page.
But you want to be mayor. Again, this is not an issue where you want to be you're not wanting to engage with the people. You're going to have to work with people. I mean, crying out loud. A mayor, I can't think of a job that, again, maybe like HOA president, but I can't think of a job that is most accessible to the people than like your mayor. But you don't want anybody to talk to you. So I disagree with the mayor, so I got to keep on walking by. I don't like the mayor, so I can't ask him no questions. I can't. And maybe the mayor is wrong as two left shoes. Because what she's saying basically is, I am right. And you can't come to me and actually bring me another perspective. I'm sure if you all have children, you've seen the experiment that they did when they asked the kids to write the instructions for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It is the funnest, most ridiculous thing in the world, because they always just miss steps. They always miss it. But my class, when we did it in first grade, we took everybody's instructions. After we completely muddled it up, we took everybody's instructions and put them in order, and we were able to make a really good sandwich. It came out really cool. But it took all 23 of us together to put all of our suggestions together to make it right. One person didn't have it right. Cassie over here telling you that she gonna have it right, and y'all, there's nothing I can learn from y'all. She can't learn anything from anybody. Now, of course, maybe the people coming in hot. Maybe they come in with a little bit of spiciness, sure. But you mean to tell me nobody's ever cussed at you before? Nobody's ever gotten in your face before, ever? Cashy crash out? For real? Ever? Ever? No, we know it's happened. So let it go. Stop being. So the funny thing is, she's saying that these people are immature. You know, shout out to all the residents of Dalton. She's saying that they are immature when she herself is demonstrating an uncategorical level of immaturity. I can't work with other people. I dare say that's probably one of the biggest things and issues that humans deal with, is being able to work with other people. I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, how do you get a husband? How do you get a wife? How do you have kids? You got a job. I mean, you're always dealing with working with other people. But Cashy Crash out over here is telling us that, hey, I don't got nothing to learn from nobody. I can do this on my own. Y'all just get out my way. That's why you don't ever see her team with her. Okay, let's go, Jason. What
sense does that make? You come on my page and get mad about what I'm saying. Go get a life.
We're
Find you
sad.
something to do. Get busy being productive. A lot of you all, that's the problem. Y'all need some jobs. Y'all need something to do with your time. You got too much time on your hands. There's a lot to do in this village. If you just ain't got nothing to do with your time, all these abandoned houses, get a crew together and go start cleaning those houses out. Because I'm going to continue to be producing my videos. I'm going to continue to be producing receipts. If we are going to expose corruption, then we need to expose it all. We don't get to pick and choose who we want to expose. As I have said before, and I will keep saying, you all were on the ticket with Tiffany. You all went throughout the village. You convinced these people to vote for her. So therefore, you are responsible for what is going on in the village. Now stop with the foolishness. I don't care what you say about that Dalton Politics page. I'd have been called bitches, whores, all kind of.
Okay. Again, I don't care about the Dalton Politics page. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that Cassie Crash Out, you need to stay away from the Dalton Politics page. That's the problem. You keep bringing it up, but you say you don't care what people say. You keep talking about what they're saying over there, but you say you're not interested in listening to other perspectives. There are helpful perspectives over there, sure. There are people that come in spicy, they come in hot, sure. But are you honestly trying to tell me that that there's nothing that you need to learn, that you got all of your blind spots are covered? How? How do you have them covered? When you look in this direction, how do you have all the other bases covered? That makes no sense. You can't. And you're just going to crash out. I don't think she actually wants to win. I really don't think she wants to win. I think, okay, here's a crazy idea. Team House hired Crash Out Cassie to crash out so that everybody can see just how crazy somebody could be, and they'll go flock to Team House. There you go. That's it. That's my crash out philosophy, a tinfoil hat. Let's go.
You name it, just a bunch of old stupid ignorant stuff, and it doesn't bother me.
It does though.
So maybe you all want a reaction, but I'm telling you right now, it doesn't bother me. I mean, look at me and look at some of y'all. I'd be mad too. Let's be honest.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, at the end of the day. So
There's
stop
no
with
way
the
this is
foolishness.
serious.
But one thing I will not do, I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. You will not come in my personal space with no foolishness. That ain't gonna work out well for you. I'm just telling you. So let's all get an understanding. We all can run a race, and we all can be cordial to one another. And if you don't like what I'm posting, then just don't watch. It's just that simple. How are you so mad about me running for mayor? What sense does that make? You just make sure your candidate win. That's all.
Are any of you all mad that she's running for? Are any of you mad? I'm being for real. Like maybe she's on to something. Are any of you actually upset that I personally, I already told y'all, I'm personally very glad that she is running, because I didn't have anything. Tiffany's been in hiatus, and we might not hear from her until we see the Alphabet Boys roll up. So we don't have anything to really. Hey, I don't want to lose focus off of Dalton. What am I mad about? What am I supposed to be mad about? I'm enjoying watching a senior woman crash out on social media on a regular basis, demonstrating and being a great example of why we need to have some kind of regulations around social media for people. Why am I supposed to be mad? I don't get, what am I angry about? I see you, as Tiffany Henry said, I don't see any competition. I'm Jason House, could look around and say, I don't see no competition either. Why? You're demonstrating why we need to vote for Team House. Well, why would I be upset about that? As an undocumented Daltonite, I'm actually very glad that you're doing exactly what you're doing, albeit it's not the best look for you. I'm enjoying it because you go buy me a MacBook Pro. I mean, I'm just telling you, Crashy, that's even funnier. Cassie Crash Out, you gonna buy me a MacBook Pro? I appreciate you though, love. Let's go.
Like, do you see my people out here acting a fool? Because
we don't see your people. We don't see your people.
We know how to conduct ourselves. We understand we're running a race. We understand it might get a little touchy and people, little feelings or whatever might get involved. But do you see any of my people out here acting a fool the way you see Jason House people out here acting a fool? As a leader, I would be embarrassed, because anybody attached to me, I would not allow them to act that way. So that speaks a lot about leadership. It speaks a lot about the people that you have around you. You have to understand you are the company you keep. So if they're messy and all of
It just hit me. It just hit me. It just hit me. And what hit me was with this comment right here. Dalton Politics, undefeated in vetting potential mayoral candidates. I think what the problem is Cassie Crash Out. She is probably on the Dalton page. Forget that mess. Ain't nobody sending you nothing. You right there checking in 5, 6, 10 times a day. And she's upset. She's angry. She's mad because these people are not going along with her, and they are calling her out, and they're doing this, that, and the third, doing what they do on electronic bulletin boards. You just don't go to the bulletin board if it's going to trigger you. However, she is trying her very best to chain and shackle Jason House to the antics of the Dalton Politics group. And she really wants that to be the narrative. So that's why she's saying, like, you don't see my people over there. Because, baby, you got 19 social media pages. You don't have a dedicated page for your own campaign. Your Instagram is your food catering service, and you just added 3 little Instagram posts. Like, you don't know what you're doing, Crash Out. So you're mad because other people actually know what they're doing. And such of that nature, you don't see Team House on the Dalton page. And they've given Team House issue before as well. They're not all just all loving him, rubbing all over Team House. No, they're just like Tiffany. They gave Tiffany that business, and they're giving you that exact same work, Crash Out. The problem is you don't know how to deal with confrontation. You don't know how to deal with challenges because you're not willing to listen to other people. You yourself are the end all be all. I've said this before. You can't be the smartest person in the room. Sure, you can have a high level of intel on a particular topic, but really you can't be the smartest person. There's got to be somebody in the room smarter than you on something, whether it be marketing or advertisement, people management, cutting grass. Somebody has to be smarter than you, Cassie, but that's not the case. You're literally the smartest person in the room because you're the only person in the room.
the above, then you are what they are because you are the company that you keep around you. So let's make this clear, people.
That woman don't make no sense.
I ain't going nowhere. I'll see you on April the 1st. You understand that?
April Fool's
But
Day.
what you will not do, you will not get up in my personal space. I'm just saying. Now, somebody tried me tonight, and that thing almost went left. I'm just telling you, don't get in my personal space. You can call me all the names in the world. You can say whatever you want to say. Just don't ever put your hands on me and don't ever get in my space. I am not Tiffany Henyard. There is a difference between us. You understand that? That's all I'm saying.
What are you saying?
At the end of the day, if you are confident about your candidate, then be confident about your candidate. All that crazy stuff is not necessary. Once again, you just go to the polls and you vote for who you want. I don't understand why people are so...
I don't understand why somebody is so proud and so big-chested about not sharing their platform. Because, I mean, at this point, she's basically ripping planks out of Tiffany Henyard's platform and making them her own. But we've actually never heard your platform, Cassie. So before you crash out, maybe you could sway some voters. Maybe you could have swayed some voters if you had actually given them a reason why, but you haven't because you're busy crashing out over here about some, I hate to say, some woman confronted you at the town hall meeting, the board meeting. Am I to believe that that's never happened? Am I to believe that nobody has ever confronted a candidate and ever talked to a candidate, maybe in their personal space because you're in a loud room with a lot of people and come up and ask you some tough questions? Am I to believe that that's never happened in history of humans and politics ever? You're the first one, the only one that this has ever happened to, Cassie? So your crash out makes sense? No, it doesn't. It's sad because I'm like, we don't know what you actually stand for. So a lot of people ain't studying you. Well, you've actually alienated a ton of them with your antics. So there's that as well. But even if they could have been swayed to vote for you, You've given them no reason to. We're watching somebody rave and rant with her camera still down, going up her nose, rave and rant, and not actually give any policy, not give any principles, not give any plan for victory. What am I going to do? None of that stuff. We have no idea what your platform is, but we're supposed to vote for you. No, so we're going to go to the Dalton Politics page and we're going to enjoy the crash out. That's it. You know why they don't go over Jason? They don't bring Jason House over there? Because he ain't crashing out, first thing. But also, they're giving policies. They're giving ideas. They're talking about what they're going to do on day 1 and day 5 and day 99. They're talking about that stuff. And now people are like, okay, I think they're going to do better. We see what they're doing. That's why Jason House ain't getting drugged over there on social media, but you getting drugged every time you look. Because we know you be in there.
So upset. Some folks are so upset till they trembling. They ready to cry. Like, make this stuff make sense. You all, and if anything, I would be pissed off if I got all these people sitting in office and you all mad about the videos that I'm posting. This is what the village is actually starting to look like. So you mad because I'm posting the video. No, you should be mad at the people that you trying to put back in office, that's sitting in office off of your tax dollars, making a check and not fixing up the village. Right? Literally behind the village hall, it looked like, oh my God. Just go on the page and watch part 2 of the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. This stuff is ridiculous. Black folks, we got to do better. We have to do better. We will forever be considered to be last. We will forever be counted out because we just stay stuck on stupid. We stay stuck on ignorant. All we want to do is fight and argue and
what you're doing right now.
Be divided and get our point across and this and that and steal and lie and all the above. And then we wonder why we as a race are so far behind.
Like
Look
what
at
you're
how
doing
the
right now.
elderly folks act. You can't even respect them for the way they act. This is ridiculous. Women in their 60s and 70s just acting a flat out nut, acting a flat out fool.
Wow.
It is ridiculous. It is embarrassing. How can we teach the younger folks when you got old silly fools in there just acting an old fool? Yeah, I said it. I don't care if you don't like it. I said it.
Does she not realize herself?
You all are supposed to be seasoned with grace. You're supposed to teach the younger folks. But when we see our older folks acting a fool, it is embarrassing. Flat out embarrassing. You all are the ones that's supposed to be teaching the younger generation. But then you got your people up there that you rooting for. They feeding off of you all acting a bunch of fools. They feeding off you all getting online.
So am I supposed to just like ignore the fact that Cassie Crash Out is one of those older women that should be teaching younger women? Am I supposed to just ignore that part? Because she's saying it as if she herself is not an older woman. I don't know how old she is, and that's not actually part of the argument. She's an older woman. Why are you not doing this? You're not modeling anything different. If you're saying that these women at the board meeting were wilding out, ma'am, you've made your wild out immortalized. We now have it forever. Ma'am, I just honestly cannot take, she takes my breath away. I'm like, you cannot make this stuff up. All right, let's go, Jason. Let's go. We're almost done.
Acting a fool and cussing folks out and calling people all out their name and all that other stuff.
That's what you're doing, though.
Y'all are embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Like flat out embarrassing. Well, Miss Melinda, if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's embarrassing how people are acting. And yes, I'm calling them stupid, and because the actions of them are stupid. Now, and if you don't agree with what I say, baby doll, stroll on. Because it's embarrassing the way our seniors are acting. It's embarrassing the way they go to these meetings and act like they don't have no common sense. So before you come on here asking a stupid question, then you're going to get a stupid answer. Wow. People need to stop acting stupid and grow up. It's okay to run a race. It's okay to support a person. But to get online, calling people bitches and whores and trash and stupid and dumb, I ain't Tiffany Henry. I'll match your energy. I'm just telling you.
Clearly.
Especially when you get in my personal space. So now, if you don't like what I'm saying, stroll it. Stop trolling and stroll it. I don't understand people that comes on and you get upset about what a person is saying. If it upsets you that bad, then keep it moving. Nobody asked you to be over here. Clearly, you got itching ears and you want to hear. So, yes, y'all act stupid. I said it. And stop acting stupid. Don't give me a reason to call you stupid. Your actions are stupid.
So, I'm sorry. I find this woman fascinating. I'm silently, while I'm off screen, I'm praying, please let her drop another video, because I enjoy this crash out. I enjoy it richly. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. I'm sorry. You can't make it make any more sense. This is just a grade A, unequivocal crash out in 4K. And she's so obtuse to it that it's kind of fascinating. Like, you don't realize that you're doing the things that you're saying. And I don't think it's like pure gaslighting. It's probably just outright projection. Like, you're projecting out onto everybody else. And I'm not saying that everybody else at the board meeting was behaving properly. I'm not saying this. Maybe somebody did cuss you out. Maybe they did get in your mouth and they would fuss in your face and fussing and wagging a finger. Okay, sure. Maybe they did. I don't think so. But maybe it happened. Okay, who cares? That's not the point. Ma'am, you're doing the exact same thing, though. The fact that you're doing it is just nasty work, and you just don't see it. That's the part I'm like, wow, do you not see what you're doing right here, right now? You are doing exactly what you say they do on the Dalton page. You're doing exactly what you said they did at the Dalton board meeting last night. You're doing the exact same thing. So you clearly are not aware that you are of your own frailties. And that's wild to me. All right, let's go.
Anytime you go in a meeting and keep up chaos and havoc, and then you get pissed off if somebody call you what you're acting, then grow up and stop acting stupid. But what you will not do is get in my personal space, because that won't work out well for you. Now, share the video. You got an earful. Share the video.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, and yeah, we will. all is well. You over here strolling. Nobody cares about your opinion.
Wow.
Clearly, you care about what I'm doing. You strung out on what I'm doing. You know, first, you guys, and when it comes to it's like, I've never seen people so strung out on this young lady. Tiffany this, Tiffany that, Tiffany that. Child, I ain't never met the girl, don't care to meet the girl. You all have gotten rid of her. Then guess what? Be at peace with your decision. If you don't like me, then hell, it's simple. You don't vote for me. But ain't nobody kissing you guys behind. Ain't nobody running up behind y'all. Y'all got me effed up. You got it twisted.
Wow.
Take your raggedy behind over onto your page and go where you going. Because at the end of the day, it ain't that deep. Either you vote for the person you want.
Y'all take y'all raggedy behinds over to y'all page. Y'all take y'all raggedy behinds. Wow. Besides the fact that instead of saying scroll on, she says stroll on. I mean, I'm gonna let that slide. Let me see. I'm gonna keep up with this right here. She can't be. The same exact reason why Tiffany Henry will never be a YouTuber. Same exact reason. They're a one-trick pony. And they need, there's so much more to doing content on social media than just being able to put a camera up and talk to a camera. There's so much more to it. Tiffany can't do it. She can't. That's why every time she tried those podcasts, she get like 2 or 3 episodes and then she disappears. Sister girlfriend over here, same thing. She puts that on Facebook and she says it's monetized. I doubt heavily that she's actually making anything that resembles a real YouTube or social media income on it, but I digress. The content, people only watch this for the crash out. People are not watching this to support. They're watching it because they just can't stop watching the train slowly wreck every time. Like, oh, I'm just here to watch the train wreck. That's it. And so that's why I got more views on her video than she does. Every time I mean, she's doing a great job. She's going to buy me a MacBook Pro and a Hellcat. So she's not going to, the last thing she would want to do is become a YouTuber. That's all I'm saying, or a content creator in general. And I don't think her content is not really, you have to keep investing. You have to keep reinvesting into your craft. And this is not a person that looks like she invests in her craft. I'm just here to pick fights and hit the play button.
Or you vote for the person, or you don't vote for the person that you don't want. It's just that simple. But all this unnecessary foolishness, all this crazy stuff, it is stupid. And let me tell you something. I don't fit your narrative.
Clearly.
That's the problem. You guys want people to tell you stuff that's going to feed your spirit. You better go find something else to feed your spirit, because I have a mind of my own and I can think for myself. I don't care nothing about your narrative. I don't care nothing about what you don't like. You don't like it, then keep strolling. Take your funky tail on and go about your business, because I could care less. I'm not here to appease you.
Now your tail
I'm here
is
to
funky.
help solve a problem. And you should be thankful that somebody is willing to get in and fight and solve the problem.
But we don't know how you're going to solve the problem. Do you solve the problem by bringing S workers in and flooding Dalton with S workers and shaky clubs? Is that how you solve the problem? Or do you solve the problem by bringing a gigantic casino, a 90-story casino to Dalton? Does that solve the problem? We don't know we don't know how you're going about solving the problem. Crash Out. Do you ship everybody over a certain age out of town? We don't know. So we can't get excited and say, oh yeah, we're behind your plan. Because baby, we don't know what your plan is. But we are enjoying watching you crash out. So that's why we call you Crash Out Cassie, or Cassie Crash Out. That's why we're enjoying this. But we don't actually believe that you have a plan. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Because I know you watch my videos. Prove me wrong. Show us a plan. I don't want to see old dilapidated buildings anymore with cats running around and stuff like that. I don't want to see that. Show me a plan. Day 1 through day 10. Show us a plan. Because otherwise you're just sitting there yapping, as the girls like to say. You're a professional yapper. You're a yapatron in the Yap Olympics, just yapping. Otherwise, you don't have a plan. Let's go. We're done.
Because y'all are one step away from being in the poorhouse. If you see the conditions of this village, if you can truly see what's going on, then you get somewhere and sit down and be trying to help make a change, while you trying to keep recycling the same politicians that's been sitting up taking your money, sitting up living high off the haul off of your paychecks, sitting up living high off the haul off your taxes, and then look at the condition of this village. Don't nobody care about what you think. Go somewhere and have a seat. I'm going to tell you like I told the other one. Go somewhere and sit down. I ain't got time for your foolishness. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And I'm going to say it again. Do not get in my personal space. I could care less what you say on the internet. I could care less. And I left the meeting because I don't want to be dealing with a bunch of ignorant folks. That's why I left. And if you're in the meeting, why are you so worried about what it is that I'm doing? Because you obsessed. The same way y'all was obsessed with Tiffany. I guess since she ain't on the scene no more, now you obsessed with me. But hey, listen, go ahead. Run them numbers up. Monetize. You're already to monetize my page. Go ahead and run them numbers up. Because at the end of the day, I'm a businesswoman first. Understand that. So stop with the foolishness. Stop with the nonsense. Y'all are embarrassing. It's ridiculous the way you all act. And I ain't talking about no young folks. These are old folks acting like a bunch of old fools out here. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I said what I said. Now take that back to your group. Put that in a pocket. Put that in your pocket and smoke it. Y'all are ridiculous. But once again, don't get in my personal space. I'm just telling you, you gonna mess around and find out. Get up in my face with some foolishness. Then you're gonna be responsible for what happened. Now I'm done with that. And at the end of the day, I'll see you at the polls. Peace out.
Grace and peace. Take care. All right. I kind of wonder, hold on. I kind of wonder what poll she talking about. That was that was wild. Cassie Crash Out is, look, she's the gift that we didn't know we needed. I'm sorry. Oh, no. She is not going to lose. She is going to lose spectacularly. Again, an independent candidate in Dalton, in that area, the last time I found an independent candidate that even registered on the Richter scale, they got 4% of the votes. Now, I didn't look and compare how many registered voters they had back then, but 4% is pitiful. I cannot believe that she's going to do any better than that. I can't believe that. I just can't. Because again, Jason House represents, he's got a lot of momentum. I'm sure those independents that would have voted Democrat, that would have voted Republican, are going to vote Democrat because they're like, oh, I want to support Jason House. I see what he's doing. I need somebody to move the needle. And he's actually laid out a plan. He's actually talked about a plan. He's actually got out here and discussed it. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go Team House, Clean House 2025. So it's going to be wild to watch. And Cassie Crash Out is a joy, man. She is a joy. Y'all pray for her. I think she might have blew a fuse right there, man. That was crazy. Dalton is a gift that keeps on giving. Just when we thought Tiff was gone, here comes another crazy woman on steroids. It's Tiff 2.0. It's Tiff 2.0. That's what it is. But yeah, man, I just thought that was wild. I did want to again say thank y'all to everybody who's helped out and supported the channel. Brother Steve, Ed Steve, was not able to come on tonight. He had a reschedule, had an appointment come up unplanned. So we will have him back on. We will schedule that, and I'll let you know when that happens. So I just came on to kind of let everybody know. And then we just started yapping, started talking about random stuff. Somebody mentioned Cassie Crash Out. And I said, hey, if we go ahead and get these likes looking right, we'll just go ahead and talk about it. So that's what we did. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what is her plan. I cannot wait to see, like, what is your strategy, Cassie? What are you planning on doing? Oh, what did you say? Please read my comment. I'm sorry. Please play the public comment of the 73-year-old woman so everyone can see the context, please. Okay. I mean, look, I'm here to look, you're not the boss of me, Lady Luck Club. Now I got to go find it. So let's go find it real quick. So the context, yeah, that would be good, actually. So I can dig that. I can dig that. All right. So we found the video. Okay, let me pull this in real quick. And we'll just watch the public comment because this might be her right here. Shoot, I might have found it. That was easy. Okay, one in the chat when you can hear.
You're doing a hanging on me. What did I say that for? The lady called me a little girl.
Oh, this is it right here. Wow. Okay. Let me back up some.
Beginning with the Pledge of Allegiance, I'll ask all that we stand, face the flag for Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America.
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, I'll ask Trustee Stanbrown if he can do this in prayer.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I say of the Lord, He is our refuge and our fortress. My God, in Him we will trust. Surely He shall deliver us from the snares of the fowler, from the noisome pestilence. I ask for the blessings, Lord, of the past and the present and for the future. I say, brothers and sisters, let's wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and He will strengthen our hearts. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, next we have our public comments. So we'll ask anybody that has comments for this body, please come up to the podium. We have 3 minutes, and I will give gentle reminders along the way.
So this is the young lady. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the young woman that actually confronted Cassie Crash Out. So this is the woman that precipitated the whole rant that we just watched a second ago, if I'm understanding correctly. So, and also her audio is super low. So let's just pray about that.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I just want to say, I talked to, is she still here? Cassandra? Uh-oh. She's not here, okay. I asked her several questions, which she could not answer. And unfortunately, I got the runaround. I wish she was here. I got a spiel. She couldn't answer my question, but she wanted to overtalk me. And I asked her, can you just answer my question? What is it that you believe these trustees have done wrong? Because you keep saying that they're crooked, they've done something wrong, but you are not telling me anything. She cuts me off again. She can't give me an answer. So I politely say, okay, you want to talk over me? You want to answer my question? You're doing an opinion on me. What did I say that for? The lady called me a little girl.
Wow.
Told me basically to get a life. So anybody that's running as a candidate for the mayor, you would think that person will want to address your question, give you an answer. You would think that person would want you to know what their platform is instead of being combative with them. I have high anxiety, and that woman is causing the same anxiety as the outgoing mayor, and I can't deal with nobody like that. So, that's all I have to say, people. I'm sorry.
Very well
I have to get that out because I still have anxiety.
Okay.
So, thank you all for listening.
All right. Hey, okay, so that was the woman that precipitated the crash out. So because of her confrontation, so let's just watch her leave. Let's watch her leave. Everybody, can I get 10 more likes? I still want those 10 more likes too. Okay, so not doing any body shaming or anything like that. But this woman does not look like she's a formidable foe. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't look like she came there to fight anybody. She's got a pea coat on, a scarf. She looks pretty, dare I say, unassuming. I didn't know that she was a full-blown John Wick assassin. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. So this is the woman that was asking questions that precipitated Crash Out Cassie to go home and fuss and cuss at her, iPhone 9 that's shooting up her nose. That's craziness. So that's it. And the woman said, I was asking, what did the trustees do wrong? What have they done wrong? And instead of her explaining it and giving a clear understanding, like these are the receipts of what they've done wrong or where they're wrong, she just overtalks her and yells at her. And then she ran out. So I don't know if she had another confrontation. Kiwana said, I don't know if she had a secondary confrontation after this, but this is the one. Well, this lady came fessed up. Let's say it like that. She's the one that said, hey, you know what? I'm the one. I'm the one that caused the crash out right here. That is craziness. Thank you for reminding me about that, Lady Luck Club. Yeah, she's a 73-year-old woman. So we got 73-year-old woman. Doesn't seem like a violate your space type of person. I don't think so. Cornmeal is just a horrible liar. She is Tiff Tough 2.0. I agree 100%. So yeah, that was what precipitated the crash out. So hopefully, let's just look real quick. Make sure she hasn't dropped anything. Nothing dropped. Makes me sad. All right, looking over at Tiff's page as well. Nothing there. No rap video getting dropped. Makes me sad. All right. Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to help anything that she does. Truth be told, but, whatever. Everything you all are saying is exactly the point I made on my video about this lady. Okay. Can you drop the link for it too, Chicago Red? You can drop your link for it as well. And we'll make sure we go check out. I think Lady Luck did one as well. Drop your link for it so people can go check out what you're doing over there. DWC, you've answered the question as to who she is. Oh, woe is me. That I am an outsider. You're an outsider. Status quo, we on the outside. We're not good enough. We on the outside. Yeah, the lady looks like somebody's grandma. I don't think unless it was another confrontation or that woman is very, very crafty. I can't see that woman going over there causing a whole bunch of ruckus. Sure, she might have gotten your personal space. Sure, she might even wag her finger. But I mean, come on. Come on now, Cassie. Come on. You just crashing out for no good reason. Yeah, lots of good conversation in here. I appreciate y'all. Oh, you still working on yours. Thank you. Lots of good content creators I see also have popped up in here as well. If I didn't shout you out or say anything to you, please forgive me. And I will make sure I do a better job. Now, again, we're working on getting Brother Ed Steve on. Love to talk to him. Has some good questions for him. You all have some great questions. I'll put that poll back up on the community post so you all can jump in and add some questions to help stir up some good conversation. Hopefully we can have some other people from Clean House 2025. I'll lay the invitation back out to Cassie Crash Out if she would want to come on. But I don't know why she would, but I would love to talk to her and maybe see if we can get to tell me what your path to victory is. What is your plan for victory? What does that look like? And leave all the other bombastic stuff alone and maybe just get to some votable topics. Why should people vote for you? So we'll see. I mean, I'll leave the invitation out there. I'm not going to pursue it. I'll just leave it out there. Thanks, 1138. I'm just gonna leave it out there, and you pick it up and you make the call. You reach out. You got my information, so you reach out and you say, "Hey, Jason, let's have this conversation." That'll be fine. But otherwise, I mean, it'll just be what it is. Come on, man. I'm trying to buy a Hellcat, man. Come on, work with me, brother. Work with me. Can I get that Hellcat, man? Try and get it for my birthday. Yeah, I totally think it's a win for Jason House for sure. I do. So, but it is what it is, man. Thank y'all so much. Everybody. That was a lot of fun. And I'm just looking through real quick. I don't see anything new dropping, so we'll call that a game. And I don't see any problem. I couldn't imagine if Jason House, if that same woman, I don't remember her name, if she had come up to Jason House and asked him the exact same questions, I wonder if she would have the exact same response when she came up to the podium. I doubt it, because she probably would have answered her questions. I don't think so. I think she thinks, but Sean, I really don't think, Jason, this is Jason. I don't personally believe that she wants to win. I don't believe she wants to win. I mean, I do believe that Tiffany wanted to win, but I think there was a point when she realized that she wasn't going to win. But I do believe that Tiffany wanted to win. Does that make sense? Cassandra, I don't think she actually wants to win. And we just watched, dare I say, her audition tape for why she should not be hired. Like literally, her Cassie Crash Out, we should label this why you should vote for Jason House. That should be the name of it. Maybe I'll rename that video, like why you should vote for Jason House, because I don't think she has any path to victory in any real platform that people would want to subscribe to. And let me also add again, the third time, this is a deep, deep, deep blue part of the state. So you're going to have to really change people's minds for them to vote independent when they're used to voting Democrat. And I don't know how that's going to work. So Crash Out she's got a Mount Everest level climb, and I just don't see it working out, in my opinion. Okay. So I'm just looking to see some of the crazy comments in the chat. Love the family reunion going on in the chat. Thank y'all so much to everybody who hopped in tonight. We had a good conversation. Just want to tell you that Ed Steve wasn't coming through. We started talking about just randomness. President Firstborn came through to show her dress for some spring dance that she's going to this weekend. And of course, we looked at Cassie Crash Out. And I'd love to hear what y'all think, always in the comments. Feel free. Y'all have driven all these videos well outside of what I thought they would do as it relates to engagement and such like that. I literally have a video that has better than, I want to say it might be 1,200 comments on it. That's craziness. I've never seen that before. The amount of views is insane. Wait, was it? No, I'm sorry. I have a live stream that had, 747, but then I thought I had a video that also had like a ridiculous amount. 847 comments. That's insane. That's wild. But thank y'all so much. And of course, lots of likes, all that kind of good jazz. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I thank y'all for liking this video and engaging. We are going to be putting our foot to the pedal to hit that 50,000 subscriber mark, actually pass it by the end of April. So definitely, if you're not already a subscriber, considering subscribing. Join into the best, not only subscribing to this channel, but you also get lifetime membership in the best live chat on the planet. So, come on. It's great. It's great. Well, Sean, guess what? We will let you do the replay. We'll let you do replay for sure. Absolutely. We will absolutely let you do that. But everybody, I want to say thank y'all so much. I'm going to go see what President Firstborn and Chief Executive Secondborn, what kind of trouble they're causing. Are they ready for school tomorrow? Have they done their homework? Is the kitchen clean? These are the questions that I have to ask myself. And I'm pretty sure I feel comfortable in saying probably not. But we'll get at it. Y'all, thank you so much. Let's get ready to do this again real soon. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I think I just got some cool videos dropping tomorrow that I think you all will really enjoy. So check those out. All that kind of good jazz. Thank you, each and every one of you, the moderators. You mean a lot. So thank you all so much for your support and helping the channel and keeping everything moving in the right direction. Until next time, everybody, grace and peace.